I'm proud to announce this video is sponsored by Majin Hobby. Get the best tools for building your model kits delivered directly to your door and save 10% off when you use discount code PT10. Link in the description. Check it out. What's going on, everybody? Plasmotherapist here, and in today's video I want to talk about how Gunpla and plastic model kits can help us with the management of specific mental health issues. Now keep in mind, this isn't a replacement for professional psychological help. However, if you enjoy the hobby or you're looking for something to help you with the day-to-day management of whatever you're facing, stay tuned as I talk about how Gunpla can help us with specific mental health issues that we might be facing. Now today's video is going to focus specifically on anxiety. Now, what is anxiety and how does Gunpla help with that? Let's go ahead and dive right in. Now before we start, anxiety doesn't necessarily mean having a diagnosed anxiety disorder. If you've ever worried or fixated on a problem or an issue for an extended period of time, then you can probably understand the underlying nature of how anxiety affects our day-to-day lives. Anxiety can really become a problem when it affects our ability to accomplish important tasks, so it's important to address it to keep it in check or to bring it back down to manageable levels. So how does Gunpla do that? Well, let's look at the first way Gunpla addresses anxiety. Number one, building Gunpla breaks our fixation on our stressors. As we build our model kits, our attention is being pulled away from our negative thought patterns towards the task in front of us. And even if the task itself isn't stimulating enough to automatically override our constant worry, we can use a strategy called focusing attention. Simply put, we train ourselves to focus on what we are doing and accept and let go of unrelated thoughts, especially ones related to our anxiety. By doing this, we give our brain a much needed break from our anxiety, allowing it to clear it out of neurotoxins associated with stress. In essence, what we are doing is we're making ourselves healthier by taking our mind off of our stressors, and studies have shown that as little as 15 minutes a day is enough to eliminate significant quantities of neurotoxins such as cortisol and excessive levels of norepinephrine. This greatly reduces the risk of developing depression, but we'll save that part for a future video. Number two, establishing a foundation of control. The second way Gunpla helps us to overcome our anxiety is by instilling a foundation of something within our complete control. Oftentimes, anxiety may feel like our lives are run by something else, but when it comes to building Gunpla, our workstation is the one area where we can make the rules, where we're in complete control of the situation. We can choose how fast or how slow we want to go when building a kit. We can choose what color we want to paint or what colors we want to keep. We can choose what details we want to add or what details we want to change. By setting up a dedicated work area, we create a physical location where we can be in control. And once that is established, we can go ahead and move outward to find other areas in our lives that we do have the power to create change. Because as we begin to retake control of the things within our lives, we can begin to take control away from our anxiety. Question of the day: what stressors does Gunpla help you overcome? Drop them down in the comments below and see if you can connect with somebody else. Now, if you see something that someone else has already posted, go ahead and comment and reply to them saying, hey, that works for me too. Because when we start to see that we can relate to other people, we can know that we're not alone when dealing with our problems. So if you connect with somebody, or maybe somebody has connected with you, consider subscribing and leaving a like. Anyway, let's get back to point number 3 for today's video. Number 3. Confidence in action. So the third and final way Gunpla addresses anxiety is that it challenges our inability to act in the face of that anxiety. I call this the anxious freeze, and this is the state where we are so anxious that we are unable to make any choices because we're afraid to make the wrong one. So how does Gunpla help us with the anxious freeze? Well, we apply analogous situations in our Gunpla building to our everyday life. Building upon our foundation of control in number 2, when we run into a problem building our kits, we have to problem solve. We do something like maybe we try something new, maybe we go online and search for solutions, maybe we backtrack and start again to try to figure it out, or maybe we just ask somebody for help. These are all skills that we can apply to our everyday lives, and these are things well within our control. I'm sure someone may argue, yeah, but Gunpla is not like anything that I'm in, and that may be true, it's not similar at all. But if we look at our Gunpla, we can see that our decisions worked. It may not be pretty, it may not be perfect, but we problem solved and we moved forward. If we can do that on our build table, then we can do that in real life. The key is believing. And if we trust in our abilities in real life, just like we trust our abilities at the build table, we can begin to take steps towards breaking out of that free state and making progress. So there you have it, guys, 3 ways of how Gunpla and plastic model kits can help us manage our anxiety. Now, as a reminder, this isn't a replacement for professional help, but it can help with the day-to-day stressors that we may be facing. Now, if you've been trying or struggling with the management of that stress, I highly recommend reaching out to a mental health professional. And if you're unsure where to start, you can always reach out to your medical professionals to see what their recommendations are. Anyway, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found some value in this content, and remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.